let's get you low. How's it going? So I have reached 32 weeks. 8 more weeks until I join the MILF club. Yeah. Maybe that was a little cringeworthy and a little surreal and a little shameless. Okay, it's very shameless. At 32 weeks, he weighs almost 4 pounds and he's approximately 17 inches long. Your baby will be situating him or herself in a comfortable fetal position, preparing to enter the birth canal. Your child's days are now spent gaining fat and muscle and learning to use their own body, so they're ready for the meet and greet in just a few weeks away. Apparently, I should even start thinking about packing my hospital bag already. Yesterday, I had a chance to weigh myself and my current weight is 55 kilograms. So I've gained about 11 kilograms in the pregnancy so far. All the books I've been reading also tells me that I'm supposed to be gaining a pound every week now. So, you know, I still got some weight to put on, especially for baby. Well, lately, I have been experiencing a lot of braxton hicks. And braxton hicks are pretty much just practice contractions, so it's a good thing to get braxton hicks. I mean, not everybody gets it, but you know, it's nothing to be worried about. And what it feels like is it's pretty much, it feels like your stomach or your belly just completely hardening. It feels hard as rock, and it's because your uterus is just tightening up. So it's not painful or anything, but sometimes it gets a little uncomfortable, and I've been getting it so frequently. There was one night I pretty much got it every 10 minutes from 7 p.m. to like 5 in the morning. So I remember at that time I was a little worried because I didn't want my baby to come out early, but everything was okay. Another thing that's new to me that I'm experiencing is something called bruised spots. I would wake up and I would have some spots, like certain areas in my belly that just hurts. It feels like a bruise, but if I were to look in the mirror, there's no bruise, and apparently it's just because the baby has been like leaning on that area for a while. You know how like I've been like, oh, I feel so lucky, I haven't been getting backache, but you know, my friend was like, be careful. It slowly but surely sink in. A few nights ago, I woke up to go to the toilet, and like I got up from bed and I stood up and I realized I couldn't stand completely straight. I was kind of like, you know, hunched over like this, and my back was so sore. Luckily, I got one of these like belly support bands, which supports the back and everything, and that really helped. So every single day I can feel Isaac getting hiccups, and his hiccups, I can actually feel it quite low, like near my pelvic area. So apparently if you feel the hiccups pretty low, it's an indicator that the baby's head is down, so hopefully this is the case. When I sleep, it's hard not to feel like an actual whale because you just feel so heavy, you know, because your ab muscles just aren't as strong as how it used to be. So when you're turning from one side to the other, it's like, ugh. And then in that mid-turn, you're like suffocated by your belly. And you know, sometimes it feels like something's in the way. It feels like something's caught or like wedged in the pelvic area, and it hurts when you turn. So I'm like, oh, okay, never mind, and I turn back. Despite sleep becoming more and more uncomfortable, I find myself getting more and more tired, so I can actually sleep at night. I feel like for my 3rd trimester, I'm getting some of the symptoms that I got in my 1st trimester. I mean, I'm starting to feel a bit more nauseous, easier now, and I feel like I'm starting to get like more tired. I mean, like I still feel like I have quite a lot of energy to do my everyday daily things. It's just little simple things like standing for more than 20 minutes feels a bit more uncomfortable because my back starts to give in, and when I walk the dogs, like even after like a 20-minute walk, like my feet start to like pulse. You can feel it pulsing, going dun dun dun. So in terms of baby movements, instead of feeling like, you know, kicks and stuff, these days, maybe because he's more cramped in there, it's more like I can feel him roll around, so it's kind of like a big wave across my belly, and it feels so awesome. And even though he's supposed to be sleeping more these days, I feel like he moves all the time, and it's maybe because he's so cramped, so I can feel every movement. And most of the movement I feel at the top of my belly, like right underneath my rib cage. I just feel him everywhere. I mean, like sometimes when I'm sleeping, I can actually feel him near my thighs. Lately, I had been drinking raspberry leaf tea. It helps labor supposedly by toning the uterus. Maybe it makes a difference, maybe it doesn't, but it doesn't hurt to drink this because I actually quite like the taste of this. Although with raspberry leaf tea, they tell you to not drink this until you reach your second trimester. I actually booked myself in for a hair appointment for this Saturday and I'm pretty looking forward to it. I just figured before the baby comes, it might be a good idea to get my hair cut. So, you know, afterwards, I don't have to worry about finding the time for it. I'm not sure what type of hairstyle I'm going for yet. I'm thinking of maybe cutting 5 inches off or something. Maybe even something that's like medium length. I think that would be cute. I still try to do prenatal workouts every other day. Although now that I'm in my 3rd trimester, I feel like I'm more reluctant to do it. I don't look forward to it as much as I used to, but I still feel really good afterwards. When you exercise, it makes birth a lot easier. It also helps with recovering and bouncing back. So I want to stay as active as possible, even in these last 8 weeks. Before I go to bed, I like to do stretches for about 30 minutes and I find that it really helps me to sleep. In fact, if I don't stretch, I find myself just twisting and turning in bed for a lot longer. I think we're pretty much prepared in terms of getting everything, so it makes me feel like a lot more at ease. And I think I'm getting myself into something called the nesting phase, where I feel like I'm getting the apartment prepared. So I'm doing more cleaning, I'm wiping down surfaces just to make sure that the apartment is ready for Isaac. Quite a common question that a lot of you guys ask is, are we going to give Isaac a Chinese name? And the answer is yes. The Chinese name that we're thinking is Jilo, and basically Isaac already means laughter. The Chinese word lo means happiness. So what more would a parent want for their own child than for their child to have happiness, right? So we're thinking of calling him Lala. So let's show you guys the baby bump. So this is my baby belly at 32 weeks. As you can see, here comes the backache. I just feel pretty heavy sometimes, especially when I wake up in the morning. There's like a lot of pressure from the front, and I had to get some long vest tops because all of my other tops are like becoming belly tops. And I feel like my belly has really dropped. It just went doom, lower, and then the other side. See? I feel chubby. There you go. I feel like my belly is getting so big that it makes taking a bath really tricky because it's like I can't reach. Ugh. Thank you guys so much for chilling with me. Take care, guys, and I will talk to you really soon.